Sorry. Oh, shit, I didn't know it was on. Sorry.
I don't appreciate that at all.
Hi, good night, and welcome to Back Stop. My name is Jesse Clark, and tonight I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Akim Nero, Mr. Damien Reed. Seems we have a doctor doing calling more tonight. And Pastor Ian.
It is well with my soul, fellas.
Good night, fellas. How are the fellas doing tonight, man?
Hey, good, man. Hey, good.
Not bad.
Okay. Tonight we're also joined by a very special guest and someone who is no stranger to the show, a very special friend of the show, Mr. Clint St. Hill.
Good night, guys and viewers.
Good night, Mr. St. Hill. How are you doing, my brother?
I am blessed. What about you?
Pretty good on my end. Can't complain.
Happy to hear that.
Yes, happy to have you on the show here tonight. We're gonna, there's some shows you look forward to. There's on the topics that you're gonna discuss. You say, Colin Morgan have a go tonight, or you might tell yourself, the West Indies game might really cuss and say the wrong thing for the show tonight, but tonight you really don't know how things can go, boy. You really don't know how this show can go tonight, yeah. So without further ado, fellas, let me just get into the meeting of the matter here. T20 World Cup has started. The West Indies so far we lost the first game to
England.
Sorry, England. And pretty. It was horrible outing.
And then to the other guys.
And then we lost the last game to South Africa. So excuse me. So guys, I want to get straight into the meat of the matter. We want to review these two games. I know Colin Moore and Reedy probably get really dive into these guys.
I come to do autopsy tonight, Jess. I go on my white suit. I go on my white coat tonight. I do an autopsy.
I want to finish autopsy. I can bury them. Oh, we can do it tonight. I can send them out in the blaze of glory.
Then Mr. Evening and chiming after. So I want to start with Nero here tonight, and then again move on to Clint. Then they can get to the bad boys. So I get started with Nero here. Nero, let me start with England. They want to do a one match at a time, but then we can jump to some of that.
England or India?
We want to start with the first England.
Oh, okay.
You're wicked, man.
See?
So, okay. Yes, sir.
Where did we go wrong in that first game against England?
Where did we go wrong? Good night, everyone. Good night. Where did we go wrong in the first game? It didn't start from the first game, Jess. This is start from the first game. This is years and years. This is years and years and years. This was coming. So for years, I used to tell my good friend Dwayne that West Indies, they're 10th in the T20 rankings. But you know what Dwayne will tell me? But they turn up for big tournaments, which is true. They won 2 tournaments, so they're the world champions. But if West Indies were the world champions, West Indies would have been playing in Alia pre-World Cup that we saw over the last week against Namibia and those guys. You understand? So, and even if we look closely at the World Cup victories, they weren't. Yes, we won. Obviously, there were different teams. There were different teams involved, as in you had Narang, you had Badri. Those were very, very huge parts of the puzzle for the West Indies. You understand? And now I find that 10 years later, the West Indies looking to play the same brand of cricket that they were playing 10 years ago.
I agree.
So you add on 10 years to the guys' ages. So these guys were 28, 25. Now some of these guys are 42, 38, 37. And we're playing the same brand of cricket. The other guys has caught up to us. The other teams has caught up to us. The planning. Because when you look at the individuals in these other teams like England, Roy don't get a sniff in IPL. Milan don't get a sniff in IPL. These guys don't play. These guys don't feature. You understand? Mills, these guys don't feature in the IPL. But we got the big dogs. But on to the game itself. I'm not gonna deal with selection or all that. I dealing with the game itself. It's a massive joke that Moeen Ali could bowl 18 dot balls in his spell. That cannot be happening. Not Moeen Ali. Not 18 dot balls. Because we were saying for years that this is the biggest issue in West Indies cricket. Yes, we got the great equalizer, which is the 6. But we may not rotate. The straight is block.
Simple.
Like, I don't understand. And the matchup, I thought the matchup was set for Lendl Simmons to deal with Moeen Ali. I thought that was the matchup there. Because obviously the spinner, the ball going anywhere from lefty, which is Evan. You know? But, and then no one wants to, are we going to consolidate? I know probably everyone going to turn to the exclusion of Roston there, being the batsman. But at the end of the day, these guys are professional cricketers. You got to assess, reassess, and have a go. So I just take the message, all right, this is a 180 pitch. I don't know where to get that from. This is a 180, 200 pitch. And everyone came out there and tried to do the same thing. And like I said, the last week, there's going to be a batsman's World Cup. Where batsmanship going to play a crucial part. Evan Lewis is the only informed batsman we have. Now, obviously, he ain't got off the mark, so we was always struggling. The man that we wanted, he top scored, you know. And over the last week, people tried to make it about Gill, but at any day, if a team made 55 runs, oh Lord have mercy, it can't be only Chris Gill.
Yeah.
You understand? But you know, we let a scapegoat. But what else was it? Oh Lord, I think Adil Rashid heard the guys last week when they say he was a 4 out of 10.
But
so he took 4. He took 4 then. He took 4. He took
4 for 35 today, Nero.
He took 4.
Without taking anything.
He took 4.
Yeah, 4 against West Indies.
But
for 2.
2-time defending champ.
Don't get that part for 2.
Straight out the water, Brett. Straight out the water, Brett.
No, if you go Dre Ras.
Google.
No, if you go Dre Ras, Nero.
Google our slider. I don't even think it was a Google. Probably the slider. So, there ain't not much other than a catch from Hussein. There ain't really much to add for the game. And obviously, that's going to do huge damage to the run rate. The net run rate here going forward.
Yeah.
And they know West Indies. Even if West Indies was to win the next 2 games, West Indies gonna mess it up somehow looking to score 300 against somebody in the final game. You're gonna take it 1 game at a time, get the wins, and then that would deal with it. So I know West Indies would try to score 350 against somebody and end up scoring 80, and that's all she wrote. But like I said, this was a long time coming because these other teams, these work with 4-year windows, 2-year windows, these teams plan and plan and plan. They play the series, they plan and plan and plan. We got our guys, their guys play. We guys play in all the tournaments, and we left the second rated guys to play the series. That's why we ranked 10th. But I'll let someone have the floor, and I guess we'll come back to me later.
Mr. St. Hill, I'm gonna move on to you here now.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of the points that Nero would have made. For me, these two losses are not surprising. As he said, this really and truly started before we got down the road. Um, you point out selection issues. I don't think that the two 11s that have played so far, for me, right? You go to do a job, you gotta carry as many tools as possible. We're going to do a job, we want to, yeah, or one type of tool, I should say. And as Neuro said, a lot of cricket that we were playing is outdated. So what would have worked last World Cup and the World Cup before that, guys have gone away. Guys have studied. There's so much emphasis placed on matchups. Guys are looking at data. You know for sure England pay and Morgan pay a lot of attention to data and matchups. So it's almost an arrogance with our players and with our management team and staff that we are just going to outshoot whoever with our guns. It doesn't work like that.
A man coming with 50 calibers and we got 22s.
Correct. So the cricket basically gone past our players.
Correct.
Big time. Leonard Simmons, I thought there ain't much that I can say, but that much that I can say. But that we all saw that. We all know how it felt about Chris Gill's inclusion, and I don't really think that was going to improve. And like Nero said, it's not only Gill. The issues run deeper than Gill, but I think that Gill's selection has represented a wider problem with our team. But we're not going to get into that right now. And yeah, obviously asking the bowlers to defend 50, how much of it is never going to happen.
Correct.
So yeah, it was embarrassing. That's the truth. It was embarrassing, and we had it coming. And to be honest, I can't see. I don't want to be negative, but just being real, I can't see the West Indies turning it around during the course of these during the rest of the World Cup, the group stages. It's going to be very, very difficult because to ask these players now to play in a different mode is next to impossible. You can't ask Russell to bat any differently. You can't ask Pollard and those guys.
He's one person that can't ask bat differently at all.
Yeah, seriously, that is one mode. It's absolutely one mode. Men coming up sweeping from ball one. We got trips as well too. I think a lot of the games that were in the World Cups that we won in the past have been on smaller grounds. You want 85-meter boundaries, like Nero said. There's a batsman's World Cup. You got to exercise some batsmanship. You watch how Pakistan would have knocked off the runs against India. You watch how South Africa even knocked off the runs there against us. Those guys are just going about this here really, really calculated. These are not, unless you bat a bad side on a belt of a deck and on a small outfield. These are not 190, 180 games. There's a lot of 150 cricket, and the scores probably will get a little bit tighter as the tournament progresses. So that's basically it for me as it relates to the first year.
I totally agree with what you said. I agree with a lot of points you said there, Clay. We like I was telling you the other guys earlier this week, like the game has gone past us. Like we are so far behind. Like it's unbelievable. The level of thinking. The level of thinking, like the level of thinking that these guys, exercise out there on the field is so far behind. Like all the other teams, it really is embarrassing.
It's an arrogance, Jason.
Yeah, it is. Reedy, I get to move on to you here.
Yeah, good night, guys. Good night, sure. You see what Clint just said? It's arrogance. It's arrogance. Grandma brought a song 5 years ago, and that song only make it big because I think if not, that'll be I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So he decided no. Yeah, boy, all right.
Catch another lick.
2021 here. And these songs sound so awful.
It sounds like a song it sounds like saying it's doing the back of your class when you teaching class, you be dancing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how it sounds. But it's beyond me, really, boy. Beyond
I
me.
ain't say it. I ain't say it.
I don't feel he got real friends wrong here, you know. Because if Nero comes to me singing that bullshit, I can tell he's straight Nero. That can't fly.
Go for 1 minute
That
after
can't fly.
exactly.
But
No,
they
that's
you
so
never
first.
know if you never know Nero might got this or Nero might got this or might have to like you can't tell me that once I like this I put this up.
That's true. That's true, Jess. That's true. But I ain't there gonna be real with Nero. I can't let Nero go and do that all the time.
Fair.
I even hear Samuels into a little
Run.
Samuels is be into a little music, Jess. And I hear a couple of songs from Jess, the song like saying you will listen to. You understand? The song like saying you will listen to.
Stillion.
What you hear
Quality.
What you come with these songs as my man really said, I just want to be man in the classroom or say, oh man, he's up on tour.
Ring of roses and anything. But one, two things he said, bro. One, two things he said. You hear said, it's only licks every touch, no. They get part wrong. He got them sharing licks, them only licks. So he got deep part for that. It's only licks every touch, no thing. But these men start wrong. Even in before the tournament started here in the school line, it was you saying there was a sitting team and them changed it from that all kind of foolishness. Correct. These men got the brain.
So far,
got no brain.
No brain.
All right. Yes, it's a sitting team, but that don't mean that 6 balls make it over. 5 of these 6 you are four of these 6 you are trade the 6 and block your next to.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Clint said Clint says something along the lines of he don't want to be negative. I can't call a spade a diamond. You're not. Get not even stage. I can't only call a spade. Don't call a spade. You're not holding judge stage. Or Nero said, or Clint. Somebody said they take a Nero. They can mess it up. They might win too. But after again, they can mess it up. And I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. They blaming this body, they blaming that body. You gotta blame all. You can't put blame on Leonard Simmons. Well, yeah, you gotta put blame on Leonard Simmons, but you can't just put this guy single here. It's 10 other men along with Heath. It's 10 other men along with It's 10 other men along with Pollard. Yeah. Even though Pollard is dead in my opinion. Pollard got 3 shots in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, 4.
He can't buy.
He can't buy. Long on, Cole Carter. And if the ball short, he can trade a player. And because he got a good back, he can top at it. He can still go with 60. He can't get Oscar in the city life. He can top at it and he can play with 60 because he got a good back.
Men straight back for Hino.
Exactly. That's too shit. Give $1 million up because of Pollard and can drive the ball. You keep money. You can't play a straight drive lane. You can't get do. They got to be straight drive back over the ball. Hey, these men can't. These men are not. They don't know. Take care of this. I just don't understand. But these men, the arrogance, in that song, especially in that song, we were the world champions. Man. We make that come again. We were the world champions. No, we are. Past tense, buddy. Let's say or Hassani Louis Peace and then come back in.
Yeah, it's but like you said that interview with Puran, like when you can hear the vice captain. When you can hear the vice captain making those kind of comments that they're a sitting team and blah 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 blah. Like you like yes, you are a sitting team. Yes, like everyone knows that you got Gale, you got Pollard, you got Russell, you got men in there, Simmons, you got men in there that is not Evan Lewis that known for making the yes. But you still have to adapt to certain conditions, and as Clint said just now, the boundaries aren't what they were a couple of years ago. You understand? And you can tell that, as Clint said it once again, you're not going to be getting 200 and 220 scores and all kind of things. Like you got to adapt. You understand? So once again, the level of thinking is so far behind. But you're going up against other players that might not have the same amount of talent as you. You understand? But plan.
Execution.
Like you are going. You're gonna continue to put up these kind of performances. So when people say this is not shocking for the West Indies, I mean it really is true. But Dr. Dwayne Collymore, again, hand over to you here, buddy. I can let you dissect and
Man, yeah,
see what
we
you
can
cover.
start. We carry out autopsy, Jess. The cause of death is trauma to the brain. Trauma to the brain, Jason. That's what the cause of death is. Like it just show you that West Indies do not think cricket. We do not think cricket as a people, as a region. You got Pollard and these guys who feel that they are greats. You understand? Because of T20.
Exactly.
You understand? Pollard is not great in West Indies cricket. You okay? You was the person that happened to come up in the era where there's T20 cricket.
Yes.
You did well in franchises. You understand? That West Indies give you a looking. Pollard's never done nothing for West Indies cricket. But still, yeah, he acts as though he is West Indies cricket. A journalist in Guyana asked question he on the selection of the team. And his response was, well, wait, every time I talking is always, that's the man job. You understand? That's what they don't get. People have jobs to do. Because they get rid of not doing their jobs, they feel that everybody else should accept them for not doing their jobs. You understand? You cannot tell me, Jason, that Ravi Rampal at 210 pounds, you understand, in that age, is a better fit for a West Indies team than a Jason Holder. There's no way you could that thought process, Jason. There is no way that thought process. You understand? Can make sense. Because one, if you're thinking, Jason does the same thing Rampal is. You're asking Rampal to do. Get a wicket early. If there's a case where you need a batsman now for the collapse that will happen, because that's what it's not that might happen though, it's that will happen. You have a batsman in Jason who can stand up with somebody. You understand? You refuse to look at these things and then you act so arrogant. We carry Russell to the World Cup injured. Obed McCoy we carry to the World Cup injured. Fabian Allen we carry to the World Cup injured. Then to replace them and act like, oh, we didn't know that these people. It just shows the level of brainlessness that West Indies cricket board, West Indies selectors, and cricket West Indies put into the cricket. You understand? No, we were dominant in Test cricket in the early times of Test cricket. West Indies, this is dominate Test cricket. We had fast bowlers like Bush. You understand? Again, no thought process. There wasn't a successive planning. So we tell ourselves we can beat people, or we can run around people all 30 years after. The world catch up. Men develop hook shots. Men put pitches that when they ain't gonna be effective on. You gotta show variation. The world caught up, Jason. West Indies used to dominate one-day cricket, win the World Cups. Everybody, hurrah, hurrah. You understand? Australia coming past week. Why? Because these people just think, Jason.
Yeah.
These people just think.
Yeah.
West Indies was out front in T20 cricket. We know, say, oh, we got our own format. Calypso cricket. You understand that we got Calypso cricket. Boom. That's we format. We out front. Jace. Again, brainlessness. The world caught up. You understand? Jason, like I can't understand in the life of me. You carry Chris Gayle to the World Cup, who's a natural opener. The body at 3. Landon Simmons, who is a person that bats down the order, you stick with him to open with batting. You understand? It failed the first time. It come back the second time. It failed again. I don't know. And it just seems like, to me, it is just friends in the cricket. And that's what we vexed. We thought all the time, right? But Trinidad is sure, you know, anytime a Trinidadian is in power, Jason, you can guarantee the West Indies team that have at least 7 Trinidadians. But when a Bajan in power, we want to be diplomatic. We gotta pick 3 of these people. Pick who you backing. Pick who can back you. You understand? That's what happened in the cricket. And it ain't gonna change. Jess. You understand? And to me, we just brainless. Like, I don't know what we thought. But I mean, you come up against England, who never beat you in a World Cup, 80-20 game. You mean that ain't got nothing for you? That ain't mean nothing to you? And in history, these people had you enslaved. These people that still abuse you people. I mean, they're not passionate. You hard. I tell you, I want more these people. You come up now against. We haven't get in South Africa yet, but yes, it just hurt my head, man. It just hurt my head because to me, it just shows that we do not think. And then we act as if we don't have to be accountable for our actions.
Correct.
You understand? Pollard always act. I remember when Australia beat me down here. He get a land basic grounds, man. At the oval, but the pitch is this and the pitch is that. Australia on it. And to show you how these people think, how these people brains. They say we only use 3% of our brain, but I think some of these West Indians is only use 1%. I think them is use 1% to show you how Australians think. After the match, the interviewer asked the Australian captain what he think about the pitch. The man said, "Well, we going to Dubai next. I think it's good preparation for what we have coming." You understand? Because these people understand the assignment according to the young people. West Indies don't understand the assignment, Jason. We understand the assignment. You get a land base. No, you got work coming up, you know. You get a land base grounds, man, because your batters perform piss poor and you simply don't want to be held accountable. The next option to couple is the groundsman. In the same game when England beat, we want the reporters asked Pollard about the batting performance. And here is his response. There's no explanation. How you mean there's no explanation, Jason? You telling me you feel an exam, Jason, the pass mark is 80. You get 55, Jason. You telling me you don't want an explanation on what you feel the exam? And this is something that we got accept from Pollard and the West Indies. And it's a slap in the face too. You got a man in Roston Chase. You know play to warm up games which you win that. Because as I say, winning is a habit. It's the same thing as losing is a habit, winning is a habit. If you don't get the habit of winning games, you will always be happy with losing. You will always find some form of excuse to say, you know what? We lost, but this is that. But instead of just saying we lost, everybody got to put their hand and be held accountable. No. Roston now score 50 in a warm-up game, Jason. Now scored the most runs in the CPL. Twice. Back-to-back, like Drake. You going to a World Cup with the man, Jason, and the man going to green bib or orange bib. Bringing water and messages to Russell that if you go on his IG, you know he cannot comprehend the English language. So you don't make sense kind of message to him.
Yeah, like.
Because he can do what he can want to do. And this is the truth, Jess. And I mean, we start about being negative, but this is being real. If you visit these, and I'm sure these men don't think outside of cricket. It shows that the West Indies players do not have a brain outside of cricket. You just see, and you know what? It's about to be culture. Because we always got this thing, a man talented so he can cut corners. You understand, Jess? We watch all sorts of sports around the world. We see some of the best players in the NBA. But I guarantee you, if them grazing up the par, you understand? You can't make it to the NBA. We don't care how much talent you got. You understand? You got to fit in. If you interview Fabian Allen, Jason, I guarantee you, Reed's little daughter could read better than he. I answer questions better than he. When you hear these people speaking, it shows you that these people, West Indian cricketers, some of them simply do not have the capacity to think. Now, I watched Leonard Simmons in the same game. No, this is South Africa game, but I just draw a reference to you. You struggling, JS. The pitches ain't good. You see you see how he go. You see how he is like, or just roll the ball out my stump. It remind me of Armani Best at the NPC. We trying to win a game and he want to go to cruise. He want to go to cruise, Jason. You understand? To walk up for 4 hours, when he can score 100, you understand, and get payment for the rest for the next 4 years in the cricket. But you want to go to cruise to walk up. Jesse, the only thing he do is cut down. And that is with Leonard Simmons. Jesse, you laughing, but that's serious. The man trying to run in crease. The man trying to hit the ball to cover James.
It's true.
To get to a coach and work up for 4 hours, brother. You understand? When you could score 100 now, win the game for your team, get promoted. You understand? Get some accolades. And somebody say, you know, our money best a match, didn't it? But again, it's the culture, it's the brain, the capacity to think, Jason. You understand? And it shows you, Landon Simmons, you struggling. You're going to tell yourself, you know, our soccer balls already will at least I got to go down to 20. This ain't man just try here yesterday. And then walk off, he head down. I swear, son, these men won't walk. When they do these things, the next step that they take should be a landmine. Just, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Just blow off a toe or foot, or just to remind you. I remember, like, and I mean, and I don't understand. I don't feel these people just understand the hurt that them is caused on West Indian fans. You understand? They do not understand the hurt.
Is that the don't understand?
So you mentioned something earlier, right? About warm-up games that reminded me of something that Pollard said in one of those interviews too. Pollard spoke about the lack of intensity in those warm-up games. How could you be playing 2 warm-up games before a relatively short tournament like this, and there's no intensity or are there question marks over intensity?
Or he won't come off the field and sit down on the boundary with Bravo, who ain't walk on a bit to go and bowl because he's Bravo, so he can just come to he, you understand? And sit down and talk and smile and look good because the camera on you, you beard well groomed and you hair cut. I tired of it. I'm tired of it.
That told me everything that I needed to know about.
Yeah, I agree with you, Clint.
So far, intensity cannot be done. I can guarantee you going the England camp,
a World Cup tournament.
Camp, you going Australia camp.
It's zoning.
The men are right up for this.
Even before the men touchdown,
it goes back to the argument. It's almost as though, you know, we went twice before. We got the same man that we won with before. So all we got to do is show up. All we have to do is show up.
Correct. And I mean, the truth
it's crazy.
It's what Colin Moore said too. It got like arrogance of what Colin Moore said too. It's like I feel like 90% of them got the same. It goes back to the culture as well. Is it
culture? It's what we glorify, Jess. We glorify.
And it gonna hurt me to see them. And it gonna hurt me to see these men leave like this after we made the 2 World Cup. Remember, like we can remember this. Like not saying we can remember the 2 World Cups. But we can remember this, like, ain't gonna look good to see Gayle and Bravo step away for a game like this here, losing 4 games or, you know, it's not, ain't gonna leave a stain, man. Ain't gonna leave a stain.
It's a stain.
And they don't even take that. They take about that here. Let me take about that for that aspect.
Not only that,
they take about 3 things.
I could understand you still saying, all right, we got some players. And look, every time I think about these things, it just give me a headache. I remember when these men was in the prime, Jess. They said Bravo, the Pollards. Just these men who are West Indies cricket at ransom. These men said they can play IPL cricket over West Indies cricket. But we used to come back now and smile and say, oh, we love you. We forget. Like, these is things that these people do, you know. The same Bravos and the Pollards and them, you know. This is the same people, Jason, but now we used to believe that they got West Indies cricket at heart. I don't believe these things, Jace. I don't believe them. You understand? And they just show you all the time. We playing warm-up games. We thought, I ain't glad Clint mentioned, we talking about intensity, Jason. Darren Bravo is sitting, not Darren Bravo, Dwayne Bravo is in a bed, Jason, standing up next to Phil Simmons, eating, I don't know what it was eating, something on a plate and smiling because they are a brunch. It's a brunch. You understand? But now, when you look at the Australian camp or the India camp, Jason, it's bees. It's a hive of bees. Everybody working. You understand? Everybody working. Somebody trying to find a combination. Everybody working, and it's the same intensity. You understand? But
Fletcher ain't gonna play a game. Well, Fletcher gonna have a rumble.
Thank you.
That's
We already know. We already know what you got. You got Fletcher.
Come on, you got that wickets there in 2 games.
You
see
got
what going on.
Correct. My man Gale and FJS, they got to play every game. It's a tournament, ain't like it's a series, it's a tournament. So we can get ready for the tournament. And I think too, another person that needs to be held accountable is Phil Simmons. Point blank. No sport in the world, a head coach is allowed to do so poorly. And every time you ask for a reason, it's always, well, we have our plans, and we did not execute our plans. So we will hope next game that our plans come together and we give the Caribbean people what they want. We want you gone. That's what the Caribbean people want. We want Phil gone. Because to me, just there's nothing showing that this man merit his position. There's nothing saying that we should keep this man because he turned around this or he turned around that. We still seeing the same brainless, and I don't think a coach could change that. I don't think a coach could change the brainlessness of some of these players. Hey. And I know somebody may come on the show, you understand? And I know men can say, man, you think, but at the end of the day, this is my job. I can't go in the net and tell men, oh man, you had got to come over the ball to cover drive, or you lead him, because that's not my job. And that's just what they can tell me. Man, who's you? This ain't your job. What qualifications you got? You understand? So I qualify to come here on this podcast and speak freely. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I'm a fan. I'm a West Indian. I don't support another team. Jason, but I can't tell you I say like Kohli or I like this body. I mean, yes, them is good, but Jason, I don't got that love like I got for West Indies cricket. I always believe West Indies can do good, but these people that just come and they don't show no fight. They don't show no the passion. Don't show no hurt. I just watch that man play for Delhi. Is Delhi? That was playing for Delhi Capital. He played for Delhi, Jason. The amount of passion he had in Delhi, the amount of thinking he put in that Delhi thing, you're telling me when I think he should put on the Delhi jersey underneath the West Indies shirt.
You can't slack up with Ricky Pointing. You can't. The respect he got for Ricky is a different respect he got at home.
That when these men in a comfort zone, it's like we are. Yeah, I know. I invested.
And they want another contract. They want a contract in next year too. So
yeah, I the best in the West Indies. So I can just if it goes this way, it goes this way. If it goes that way, it goes. I tired of that behavior, Jess. I tired of patient for what? To give my grandfather a heart attack. You can't keep doing these things and then don't want to be held accountable. You leave out Jason, who will a man no play IPL, Rampart they play no form of international cricket. I near swear just now. They might play no form of international cricket just in near 5 years. Yeah. But yeah, you telling me a World Cup with teams now, are now capitalizing outside the power play. Man, breaking it down to this batsman and running the power play. That batsman is the man like a rotate. You telling me you bring a fat man who just decide he can rumble and he pool with his friends to keep his fitness, play a little CPL because all of them is his friends, and the F Nero is the captain and trainer. Nero will look out for me. But I will be real with Nero and tell Nero, listen to me, brother. You can't come in the World Cup. You know, it's not going to embarrass me. Yeah. And I mean, I watched this one day. I watched this one here to my right. That play he's a pastor tonight too, and all. Or he's one get here, James, and tell me about my friend, man, the man Mary he play. You know, he had the most wickets in the CPL and 50. James, Rampart should be selling doubles in Trinidad. You understand? He should be selling doubles, asking for extra pepper or little pepper. You can't allow these things to keep manifesting itself in West Indies cricket and ask the fans to be patient, because then you have no accountability. You have the selectors who two-faced, two-mouthed, and refuse to be upfront with the people. You understand? It just shows you too, when the team come out from Bangladesh, the selectors dash with everybody. Everybody to dash with. You understand? Because you know what? Because them is small. Them is a drop in the bucket. Roston and Dulwich and them boys. We know them could keep Shamar Brooks. But still, yeah, You going with Pollard and these guys, and still the boy can't get a proper interview from one as to why. What is the thought process behind the selection? You can't tell me you can't only experience that World Cup where you got men that score 400, 500 runs in the IPL. You got KL Rahul JS who scored 500 runs in the IPL season. You understand? But you telling me Fletcher, a man who scored 30 runs in one game, and then 12 the next, and 40 next, he's the answer. He can just turn up. You understand? Soon on the run, who know dominate IPL. I don't care if they gotta call me. He gotta go to the World Cup to me. If you're looking for experience, look for experience.
First name though.
If you're looking for experience, and you can't Ron Paul. I understand men talking about Gil too, but yes, they got certain things they gotta get. Gil is a legend. He's still playing currently. He's still scoring runs in the same IPL. You understand? I can't Gil. So that's my two experienced players there, Jess. Chris Gil and the right. You got Bravo who can marry he play because he's still playing the current. You understand? But Jess, you got some people that just ain't doing nothing in cricket. We start with Gil. When last Nicholas Pooran scored a run for West Indies in T20 cricket?
Pasta.
Since Fidel Edwards hit in that 10 tournament.
He scored a run.
Pooran has not scored a run in no cricket. You understand? But we can talk about Chris Gill. When last Hetman scored a run for West Indies? No get dropped, saying he ain't fit. All he doing is changing the color his skin and he here. Cause again,
full clone.
Again, Jason. These people do not understand the roots of where they come from. Anytime you can want like your skin to be like a white man, it shows me just you don't understand you people. You think you will see Joe Root painting his skin in tar and say he want to become like Wambi? No. Look at Quentin de Kock. Yes, he ain't neat, but you take South African dash away? No. Because he in the system, he's one of them. He understands where he come from. You understand? So I can make this statement. It might keep a little noise for 2 weeks, but it can blow over. And South Africa can still pick me. But you got a man that just, to me, I don't know, but I don't know, Jess. It hurt in my heart. That's the truth. It's hurt me. Jess, my woman was, to give a joke, my girl was watching the cricket. Your woman asked me, what's the criteria to make this team? Because I can do what he's doing. With these no scoring runs, all them scores 50. She play rounders. And she scored 107 runs already in rounders. She don't understand what it's doing. And what's the criteria? She said, because it can't be you're going to score runs. Or they score the runs. It can't be that you're going to be able to see. Because they can't. And I mean, like, I don't know if these men get feedback from people that round them, that real. Or if these men only be around people that saying, yeah, all the time. And I mean, it hurt me to just go kind of dissect. I mean, hopes high for West Indies. Right now, I pronounce West Indies team dead in the World Cup. I pronounce them dead, Jason. Dead on arrival. You understand? They're dead. They don't make sense we going no further and talking about run rate. We don't have the mental capacity to work out run rate. I watched West Indies lost on Duckworth Lewis already by one ball and it ran fall. We don't have the mental capacity. You understand? So don't tell me about we can work out the run rate 3 games down. We dead on arrival. Let me look forward to the next World Cup in Australia. Hope they get right. I just tired of them. Massive grounds.
Just like you ball.
I mean, oh my God. And I mean, like, as Clint said, like the boundaries is 87 meters. You're telling me you can tack on every boundary? You're going to be tactical and civil. Listen, outside the sharp. So, Jason, we split yard shots. They always tell he. Anytime I'm batting face in the pavilion, Jason, I don't care if I yell LBW, bull. You see that shot, so that's 44 meters by Brad Fanks. Just that's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
I ask you if I don't. You can answer that because that's my thinking, Jess. That's the easiest side to score. So I ain't care about the offside. If you say offside, say offside, Jess. Well, I will block it or left alone. But are you trying to carry it to the 44 meters? You understand? You telling me you see man contact on the big side.
Leonard Simmons actually got caught in that first game when I'm pretty sure in power play Leonard Simmons got caught.
Right, you only
got
man
two
up there.
out, you know. You got two men out, you know. Listen, right?
Only man.
Seriously, as a coach, right? Nothing hurts me more. You can ask you, the boys. Nothing hurts me more than to see men getting caught in a power play by one of the two men that out. Like, you can't back away and hit the ball through the all side.
I'm glad this is so too, Clint.
Like nothing.
And then to show you again now too, the man set the man take the cricket. The man come and put a man right behind the umpire for Pollard and for Russell.
Yep.
Because the man say, you know what?
One there get caught
if it's one thing they do, they hit the ball straight.
Yeah.
God for damn. You telling me you can get to the one man that got straight and then walk off smiling? I will let the coffee him out and he swallow all his teeth. That's embarrassing. It shows you are dumb. Please say on a Saturday local cricket, it is dumpsy cricket.
Yeah.
The man put a man straight, Jason, straight as an arrow, and you hit the ball straight to the man, and then start smiling. But you the boy, I'll go off the TV.
Actually, Russell probably, I think Russell nearly got caught twice.
Russell get him,
I can't remember.
And because the man misjudged the man, the man misjudged the ball. And the man say, you know what, come out, we can bring somebody and do the job. Because the man is think and analyze. I don't see West Indies coming up plans in this cricket. The only plan West Indies got is to put Pollard at short leg. I wish that when he goes short leg, a ball will be driven into his midsection. Don't kill him, Jace. I don't want him dead. I don't want an arm. I just want to cause severe pain. That's the only tactic he's got is to put a short leg. You understand? And I mean, it's hurt. Nero used to blame me about Sammy, but these men can't walk in Sammy foot in Sammy shoes. These men cannot walk in Sammy shoes. That is what they love. And Nero's telling me too, Sammy do so. Yeah, and all that. But just that you know what I was for me. Passion.
But no. I gotta come in. It's a package deal. It's a package deal.
Sammy had the West Indies.
Here we telling you, it's a package deal. Sammy and Samuels. It's a package. It's a package. It's a package. It's a package. But just saying, I can't lose say Sammy without Sammy. It's a package.
Well, fair enough. I guess that
it's a package. Yeah. It's a package. It's a package.
All right, fair enough. Looking back, yes, Samuel
was a package.
Yes,
it's a package.
But to see that these men is like the soul. Even you talking about experience. I will care Sammy. If you want experience, care Sammy with you then. Somebody can do it.
Don't push it.
Don't tell me don't push it anymore. Like we talk about don't push it. If you watch too, not only Sammy might not play IPL, but Sammy played Pakistan League. Sammy's win that tournament in Euro. Yeah. As the captain.
So you carry him as Morgan, like a Morgan?
I carry him like a Dhoni.
Was it mentor?
I'm mentor.
I carry him like a Dhoni.
Okay.
You understand? I mean, you tell him you can't bravo on it. This man's insult with cricket. And then act like that. You sing a song, a bullshit song, before a ball even ball in the tournament, brother. And you get humiliated. That song should get taken down for copyright infringement. YouTube should not show it for all sorts of reasons. Are you real annoyed, brother? Are you real annoyed? And these men come back on a flight and smile. That man host. Look, I can't see these things on air though. But Jesus, man.
Win, lose, or draw, you get money for here?
Yeah, man, bro, I ain't getting me, boy. And I want Hassani though, they're smiling. All of a sudden, he's an Australian too. The team was good. The team getting around Paul and Jason supposed to be. We got Carlos Buffett, Jason, who will win the World Cup. A young, strapping man. And the man at Old Trafford watching you like, he heartbroken. Then he might should be in Dubai. You understand? And it just shows the thought process investors. There's no thought process. And I would love, we ain't that big, but I would love to have a sit down on this show with some person from West Indies cricket. We will not be as harsh. We are educated people, so yes, we will word our questions different. We want one to come here and talk to we. Give me an explanation for what I'm thinking. Scare it and then boys. You understand? Because the lambert the previous
Shallow the following.
administration. But good. Shallow, I hope you're listening because right now the water's real shallow for West Indies cricket. The real shallow. But let me move from there, man. Let me get past the corner, cause it really hurt my heart, boy.
I mean, you may talk for a little while, but I mean, I gotta cut your talk.
Man, just that man got me real hurt, just real hurt. Just the only boy back is West Indies, boy.
Get everything off your chest. I know the viewers were actually enjoying your segment as
just the only boy is back is West Indies. I seriously only body I support just is West. I don't care about Australia. I don't care about South Africa. I just love West Indies because that's where I'm from. But when I see these people embarrassing me, and then they don't have the intellectual capacity to come and at least try to, Jace, if you do your woman wrong, Jace, you know you're wrong. Jace, as a man, you can wash the clothes, you can bring out toilet, you can try to do, you understand? But Jace, these men just know that they're wrong, and they walk and want to ask you, your cup. Of course, I ain't cooking the food, brother. When you only wrong. It's hurt me, Jace, boy. It's hurt me. Look, I serious, boy. This man really hurt me, man. It's bad for me, boy. I real hurt, Jace. I real hurt, boy. That's the truth. I get early to watch the cricket. I tell my woman, listen, see you got hold the little man, boy. You got hold the little man, boy. You see me, I want to watch cricket. Cool, I'm back up my woman morning sleep, Jess. Disappointment.
Not for long though.
I got left woman. But it hurt me, man. Hurt me, boy. Hurt me, man. But I want past this.
Yeah, let me hear. You know he's gonna put
so he had shutting me in. You have the floor, sir. You have the floor. I'll mute your mic.
Oh, mute your mic, man.
A blessed and pleasant night to one and all. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. You know, we're gathered here today at the ceremony to celebrate the life and tragic end to the following persons: Andrea Russell, Kieron Pollard, Christopher Gale, Dwayne Bravo, Phil Simmons, and 10,000 doubles. Not disrespecting the trees, but we love one about them. You know, I could have seen this coming from a mile away. But God take off his shares. I was crying, Jace, because Fed autopsy was so thorough that he didn't even send a brain. But I know, remember, these fellas ain't got a brain, so it wasn't a brain to donate to a fella. You got people who want a brain, a kidney, and liver in there, so. But
man.
I was looking forward to it too, Jace. But to hear Fed hurt, each of my whole sermon off track, Jace, I feel that pain. I know that pain. Because he's an Arsenal fan too. You know what viewers know? He support Arsenal.
Of course, they can know that. Of course, they can know that.
He support Arsenal.
So
I see
the heartbreak.
I see fellas like Nero and Clint that, you know, we had a rough weekend, fellas. We had a rough weekend, innit, fellas? West Indies get roasted. United get roasted. But Ole is still the head coach and Phil Simmons is still the head coach. So what we can do? Let me move. But honestly, we start wrong. And as Fed said, this is we sure. So we talking what we see. We ain't care who come and who's friends with who. Again, they do shite. Simple, plain and simple, they do shite. Disappointing. Bailey's primary school could have given you a better performance than that. That was atrocious, man. And Clint talk about intensity, and I tell the fellows so in the chat we discussed, and remember I said that I ain't got no proof, but Clint, I tell you, man, that there's room, that I got a good intel that the fellas were not together from the beginning with because of reasons. Certain players be getting this express VIP treatment.
That's misinformation.
Clint,
We got David Allen for you here.
Clint,
We can bring David Allen for you. You want credible
Clint,
sources.
Clint, what you say? What you say to start? For the first game, there was no intensity, right?
I got that from the skipper.
Correct.
The Pollard said that, Eric.
Good.
I don't have the intel you have. I got that from Pollard.
And if he said, and if he said, and if he said there's no intensity,
right,
would it be his job and the coach's job to produce to get the intensity up?
100%.
Correct.
100%.
You can't carry donkeys in a greyhound race, Clint. But you can't carry a donkey to race against a greyhound. It ain't gonna work. So and Fed, I know because for him, I feel Purana Hatman are confused in a way. Let me deal with the young ones on the
confused.
team.
But anything you can change the color you hear every 2 weeks, you gotta be confused. Of course they're confused. Of course they're confused.
But besides that, Fed, like for Delhi Capitals, Hatman knew his set role. We gotta start with this chop. We gotta start with this chop.
That man knew Ricky pointing. Not he set role. He knew Ricky pointing. You understand? And he knew that
I was given a specific role, Fed. Like
and he carried out, right? He carried out. If West Indies he given a role to back three, back deep in it. The man get caught on ball. You said, man, the man yo in a warm up game, you give him a TD.
You say the man don't think. Oh, you can get instructions, but you can't get instructions if you don't think. You just point past our head. He do what you do. That's the motto. Do what you do. And then listen to Sammy on commentary how they're break down. And at that point, I really knew the cricket they're going past me for sure. You know, Sammy said they had 24 balls. Last 4 overs, 24 balls. Levy aim to get 4 sixes. 4 sixes.
Yeah, I heard that.
I hear you, man. So I said, all right. So that's the man ball. 20 dot balls. you only can get. You only guarantee 24 runs out of 24 balls. So run a ball. So if the match get down to a run a ball situation, chances are 99% of the time the opposing team will win. Well, West Indies, it can be 50-50. You might get a one-off in the careless situation, but most of the time we can struggle. And to hear that, I never met a sense going over because everybody we done discuss. I ain't preaching back over the same sermon. I know them pastors. Let me look forward to the future. Because they're dead already. They're dead and buried. So new horizons. All right. I in 2022 and I in Australia here. I in Australia here for the next T20 World Cup call. There's a farewell tour. As the man said, they put on a farewell tour. It's an embarrassment to the Caribbean. As fast as bracket like six fast, it knows the thing is, I went for a run. All the times West Indies play, I get more went for a run to just clear my head and clear my thoughts, be at one with nature. Because they didn't raise my blood pressure. They didn't raise my blood pressure. They didn't raise my blood pressure. They didn't. I just saying, the Sizzler is a beautiful day, smile with the world. Let go your troubles, Fed. You gonna let go your troubles, man.
I can't let him go.
Hey, it is.
Son, you don't listen. I really can't let go. I mean, then it's like my girl gonna harm me with another man, and I find out. Not that I know. I find out. I want that. You want to die. And especially if you know the man is as good as you. Oh, Jesus Lord. You want that? You want that?
You get harmed back. You get harmed back.
That's how we feel with West Indies. West Indies is my woman. You understand? And then they're going to harm me with a man like people in war Afghanistan. Imagine that. Men are at war with the Taliban. Men can't run the country. The men beat me. You understand?
Battle.
That's how I feel. So I can't let go because I am a true West Indian. I don't care who, and I might got my reasons to know. As I said, I don't understand these men be deep. Whenever I see teams like Australia, England, and South Africa, I always want to beat them. Always. Because them is people that oppress me. You understand? These is people that look at me as nothing. And yeah, people can say racism, but it's still alive. And the cock show it. You understand? So that's why I want to beat these people bad, Jace. I can't back England in nothing. I can't back Australia in nothing. I can't support South Africa in nothing, Jace. You understand? West Indies. If India playing Australia, England, or South Africa, just thinking about India. If Bangladesh playing, I'm thinking about Bangladesh. I just can't support these people. I see these people more than cricket. It is more than just a sport. You understand? You play for a people that these people oppress. And they still continue to do it in modern times. You understand? These people can go to a football game and shout out racial slurs. And the boy don't get fined, run to the crowd. You understand? You got to ban the team. So this was hurt me. That was hurt me. And the perfect game you had too is this South Africa game, JS. You get the word that they caught him 1-0 because he think that whatever he think. You understand? This is men that's formed bans for bullying. Sorry, for homosexuals. Sorry.
Whoa. Let me tell you.
These is men that spawn bans for the LGBT, the alphabet team.
Edit.
These is people that is put on bans for breast cancer. You understand? And you got a matter in the world where people of minority and color being oppressed, daily being scrutinized innocently. And I can say these things openly. Because these same people that I know call us have more protection than we black people. You understand? Look at Dave Chappelle, for example, doing his job. Everybody want to kill the man, and he ain't sitting there all the way. But these people just being entitled. And you telling me as the cop,
I don't think the it's a misinformation in how cricket South Africa spelling. When you somebody said we can't cancel it. Hold on.
You have to have a quota for black people to be in your team. There is no misinformation, brother.
But hold on. It ain't nothing to do with the quota. But hold on, ain't nothing to do with the quota. Let me address the situation quick, Jess. Apparently they came with a this is actually news. They came with a mandate. Like 4 hours before the game start, telling the players they got to new.
And
you can't
new. Be man say not to play. You understand it's not to play cricket game.
But
you gotta feel so strongly about something and not play cricket game.
But listen, but cricket South Africa, it just South Africa got issues just like salary
South Africa is the home of racism. Even to this day, you have everybody. Just let me DJ for 2 minutes. You got Grace Smith, who is at the World Cup sitting down in South Africa under investigations for racial abuse. And this isn't from outsiders, this isn't from the sources, this is from the people that was in the same team as him. And what South Africa do? Slap you on your wrist, go to the World Cup.
Not only he come up with coach Mark Boucher.
You got Mark Boucher, correct. All of the same AB that we like, AB the verbs that we like, that we put so high. All these allegations from minority people coming against these people, and you telling me about misinformation? In a misinformation,
only that,
you decide to left a whole game.
You can't
because the people tell you, listen, you gotta stand in with the world and accept that. Yes,
but not everybody in the world standing. How we are? All right, wait, hold on. Let me give you some perspective. Let me give you some perspective here. Let me use Virat. Say we use the red for India. Some is stand and some is kneel. Some is put Pakistan is put. Everybody got a different way of showing the support. Yeah, God necessary. Yeah, God necessary kneel.
I was not playing cricket game with Sonny.
I was not playing.
But Nero, every man have.
You could have still go and play the game and do it your way.
But
you could have done it your way.
He had no
choice. You could have stand and put your hand And you know the funny thing, this man got people of color in his team.
He did not have an option. It was
everybody knew.
Understand. Yeah?
But everybody
knew.
Everybody did not kneel. I think this person, my man, I can bring David. Let's be
no, but the thing is, the court ain't want do nothing associated.
Nothing.
With that.
Period. Yeah. Nothing to acknowledge it.
So it's not just about the new. Hassan talking about doing. But I can't remember who said that about doing it differently. The court is not interested in doing any of those.
Nothing.
There was
nothing to do with
there was
it.
actually an image. There's actually an image of
the man don't say so about a rhino.
Yeah,
I know so about saving the rhinos.
Yeah,
he prefer to save rhinos than save black
he
people.
does have issues but he ain't doing
it. But Clint, we can't assume the man doing like. But you got.
I never said that.
I never said that. Right, exactly. I'm saying that.
Hassan, you know it's domestic.
It stands to reason. It stands to reason because to miss a World War Cup game. Right, just because you are not interested in doing that, it stands to reason that he does have an issue. Though I would not go and say that he does because nobody not
so issue. He's a racist guy.
It stands to reason.
But you can't say that. Fair. You can't make that allegation just because of man and choosing.
Well, so you're telling me if I get accused of rape in Barbados today, I can show you talking about allegations. If I get accused of rape today in Barbados, I'm found not guilty next year. You know, every time I walk the street, they can say he's a rapist, though.
But they might never get accused of that.
Or not guilty.
But they might under investigate. Who?
He ain't gonna be under it now, because he self-incriminate himself.
Oh. I want to know how he incriminate.
What we talking Sanders, man?
And the man makes the whole
game, JS. Not only because he ain't want to do name, and he gave with black people. Don't you telling me it's all?
But this is how good. This is how good. Clint, the man missed the whole game. That was the man that was saying, you can put your lips in these. I man still beat me without the man.
Yeah, man.
Clint, the only thing that would happen had he played, it was the runs would have come off about 5 over sooner. I mean,
we want to know that he's a racist underneath. So glad he ain't playing.
But Fag management, you don't know who's. But you don't know who's who.
I know that if you show me a duck and it walking like a duck, it squat like a duck, and it got a beat like a duck, it is a duck.
But that means you got a lot of hidden ducks in World Cup. You got a lot of people.
Of course we do. And that is why I am glad that the world is taking a stance. Highlight them. Put them up there. But people like you still want to keep them hidden in the closet. No. I want pretty. I put powder on his face and he is racist, Asani. There's nothing that can justify.
I can't call him out. Well, he never hear
that is you, but this is fake. This is fake. And I can call it. This is fake.
That is serious.
That is your opinion, and this is mine. That's your allegations of people all around the world.
I only got $2.25 in my bank account. I ain't for the boy showing me. You already call out the alphabet. You already call out the alphabet community, the other community. So I expect just that we can get some sort of email start one cancel. We got 10 subscribers, so we can't get.
No. The funny thing is, because I called them out, it means that I can go there and bash them. And do this, and they can stay in their lane. I don't care what them do. Them can add Z on to the letters that they got. It don't matter to me. You understand? That's them thing. I got my right as a person who is not in the alphabet. I on the number chart to say what I have to say. Like if I come out now and let me say I am accused of murder, you feel that them ain't gonna got a opinion of me? The world is made of opinions, brother, and that's the problem with this whole thing too. Like everybody feel that the only persons that have opinions and freedom of speech are the LGBT, the rest of the thing people. You understand? I can't remember all the letters. And it's not because I am homophobic or I have no problem. I play cricket. I play sports with men that gay, all sorts of things. So I ain't never personal and it's my opinion, and that's how I see it. That's how I see it, brother. So we can move from there, because you can't change my mind.
I want to get back to Hassani. I want to get back to Hassani and his review of the first game.
Listen. Well, see how that conversation switch? That's just how you actually these boxman money switch, man. All right, fellas, we can go here and we can try to rotate it straight. Try hard. Well, habits is very hard. Jess, that first. It wasn't really looking for it, Jess. You wasn't looking for it. I got it early in the morning. I said, all right. You know what I mean? Rest of this plan. You do your little chores. I was on the road actually. I was at the point with my boss. And people setting up to get the mobile vaccination and I tune in. I tune into Floor Sports. Started watching. Sorry, find the team selection. I said, all right, this here can look a little dicey today. I don't know if it's going down. Because a couple of names on the team sheet, I wasn't a fan of having, period.
Like also?
And then, I just got to know the batting lineup. I just got to know the batting lineups. The opening, the top order.
Wait, stop all this stuff.
Huh? At number three.
Call the names, big man. Call the names. You're the mother almost.
I just let me. As I said, let me DJ my track here, pal. My man Evan Lewis gone out. A lovely straight six. So, everybody, I could hear the man and the hoses down the road keeping beard on. Oh Lord! And then after that, I hear a bunch of beep 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 beep. That's beer beep. You beep. I tune in, so look, some of mine gone. 6 dot. Oh. Next, Lando Simmons. Lovely. 4. Man, keep your noise. All right, yeah. Beep beep. Beep 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 beep. And then hear cursing. And when they catch he scored, the man got ball for 55. The man they start cursing. Yeah, well, man, he run short, just. Man, this man is beer. Lord. And all I was very thankful that no little children was around when it was going on. Just the man cursing the shop so bad. Jeez, on man again on so bad. It was. I know. Honestly, right? I realize Chris Gill got lit. No big deal was really about here. Chris Gill and Sandy Ball really. I sad to say it.
The other 10 people need to call you get more than 55.
That's what
if you start wrong, you ain't wrong. If you pick a bad 11 to begin with,
you have an agenda about guilt. You are like Caswell Franklin and the government. You have an agenda.
Mr. Speaker, I would have left this honorable chamber here, man. But these boys ain't listening. Listen, I got to let the left the chamber.
You mean get out the square?
You can call me talk score. You gonna say, well, after Ronaldo the score goal, you say at least we got beat 5-1 on Ronaldo score, right? We get mauled, brother. And everybody got a whole blame.
But so what are you sticking on here?
Thank you.
So why are you sticking on Christopher Henry Universal Boss Guilt?
I was under the honest opinion that Roston top score, Roston game played battery.
But just show me arrogance as Clint said. Arrogance.
You want to know boy it was easy for Moy Ali to run. You got left-handers.
Roston that tree. You hear Roston they behind that tree? Yeah, right.
And you know the funny thing too about this Roston thing?
As far as they're concerned, you must get behind that tree to combat his thing.
Best man. I see Gil trying to stop with some boy in there fall on. I fall on too.
Yeah.
He got with these boy. That Clint. I see Gil trying to pull balls. He ain't got no strength, man. He ain't got no strength no more, Clint. That strength gone, man. Oh, that world boss. Muscles look a little feeble.
Hard to and still doing that. You're strong. But I want to interview.
I want you to start with this fit thing here, you know. I feel select her straight with this fitness thing, though. I don't feel man how to do fitness tests. Some man get a VIP treatment. Cause you can't tell me that Rutherford, who else is Rutherford? Who else that I said wasn't fit? And Odin Smith wasn't fit. But a man that got 2 bad knees, capacity same fitness test, man. A man that got chronic bad knees. Huh?
If you got a person who's dyslexic and Sunny, you can give them the combination exam for 1.5. Sunny is get at a time. Just get at a time. So don't tell me but the man get the same fitness. Like to me, you see again, it's just showing me again that we as a people that refuse to use our mental capacity. Now you have a 42-year-old who are looking to play. You think LeBron is getting the same fitness routine at the Lakers as a rookie?
Don't compare trash
No,
and
it
trash.
does not happen.
LeBron one fittest athletes in the world, on the planet.
It does not happen. I don't care how fit he is. It still does not happen. That's LeBron. He's this age. We can give him a fitness test to meet the minimum.
You got to ask the young
people
the
minimum.
if they could keep up with the workouts LeBron and athletes and
understand you always straight for you.
You got LeBron and fitness. Let me stick on the cricket.
Right, good. I just was saying too. I find it very funny. I watched an interview with Roston before the World Cup with the fella, the other podcast, the youngster. I can't remember his name. The Indian guy.
Nikhil.
Yeah, he does a very good job to me too. But I was watching, and Roston said one of the reasons for his inclusion in the West Indies World Cup squad is because his job is to rotate the cricket ball, rotate the strike of the cricket ball. It is beyond me. Where in between that period of time and traveling to Dubai, that Pollard and the West Indies team lost the plot. I wanted to get lost in the luggage, in transit. I don't know.
He was rotating. He was rotating. He was rotating the water and the gloves with the man coming in.
But here you middle order, Jason. This middle order is either two things. Either you can pummel your bowling or it can collapse. And more times than not, it will collapse. You understand?
Yeah.
You have Gill, you have Hetmare, Puran, Russell, Pollard. 5 players, Jason, who I would say Hetmare can't play forward or Puran. But you got a guy like Russell, Jace. I see a picture with the man playing forward. Jace, the man foot brace like he bowling seed, like he's a pace bowler. And the back just jerked there, and the man got that pose. And Adil Rashid done gone through all his steps. So
the bad thing about this, right? The real bad thing about this is that we are trying so hard to replicate, to mimic what we did in the previous World Cups, right? And obviously Marlon Samuels was a major part of our success.
Huge.
Before the tournament started,
I know you would have said so.
What was that he said?
He said huge.
What he said? Oh.
I know you would have said so.
Before the tournament started, Russell was identified as the man to play that role. No, Nero was going to say that no one could match up to that, but whatever. But
hard.
Correct. But he was the man that was identified to play that role. How have you not moved away, like you say, from that? It's bad, and it's even more embarrassing that the man is the most informed batter that we have, probably outside of Evan Lewis in T20 cricket. So it's just not making sense. And like you said, you can't ask questions because when you ask questions, it's here just support the team or just
correct. The team, just support the guy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's mental.
And then he Paulo Cobb on. Man, I watching the boy on the bus by the chain all over the color. Everybody. Oh, everybody. He watching TV on the bus. TV on the bus.
He was actually asked. I think he was actually. I don't know if he was directly asked about Roston or he was asked about changes in general. But he then made another crazy statement as far as they're concerned, saying, "Oh, when you're sitting on the bench, you starts to race as an excuse for BSC not picking the best available 11." Is once again arrogance.
Exactly, and the man says start and stuff. But I was a Pollard fan. Hear me out. Let me make this declaration here. I ain't tell Reed this here or be fun. When it comes to West Indies cricket, that Pollard train gonna miss me, boy. I can get off here. You gotta know when to start supporting a particular or start giving CPR to a dead situation. Right, Clint? So I can step off there, alright? This is me. After the World Cup, Pollard should be removed as West Indies captain for T20.
Next worker in a year.
He's not going to. I want it there.
Only for T20, not 50 over.
I can't see that happening.
I can't see that happening either.
Wait Elections is next year here. West Indies going to go elections next year. All right, fellas? Just let's know that. But
I tell people, man, that he's one of the players there that going to be on the next Australia tour. I think a couple of them bang against the name. I think Epic, Bravo might be another player that, due to longevity, he might. So that's two.
Fedna, we can't. We gotta start giving CPR.
I think Barbara said he played his last game in the Caribbean. So
wait. So you be trying to say we gotta watch that man? Man, I think we give you a little free in January to play against England. Mark Clint,
I said he's finished.
Bravo done in Caribbean, so he retiring soon.
Yeah, don't let me get to that. Don't let me move on. I won't move on to that. Yeah, let me stick here. Let me stick with what's currently happening. Here. I wanna, if anyone get an open the floor to see if anyone has anything to add, particularly about the South African game.
Nah, let me move on.
About the South African.
South African game.
We can add to that, and Shamsi, and it was looking for Shamsi to be the chief destroyer. But Shamsi was not really a factor. Not Lendo. Well, Evan Lewis did what he did. What he's there to do. He set the tone. Simmons was struggling at that point. And like I told the guys in the cricket chat, like at the cricketer, like if it's struggling, are you looking to not you ain't want so bad, but you're looking to you're looking to not get out. But whatever happened. If you think about the 7th over and you realize nothing happening, I heard you mention earlier, try to get to the 20th. It was your claim. Somebody said try to get to the 20th. But in that situation, especially with what you got any, I look into having to go at every ball. And if it go, hopefully it's sooner rather than later. Because it was clearly not Leonard Simmons there. You understand? So in
but Nero, that's Leonard Simmons game, you know. Now, if Leonard Simmons give you 60, 50 and that be in boundaries, 10 singles, and $1 million balls.
Yeah, that's
$1 million. Leonard Simmons is a dot ball. I call him a dot ball specialist. So that's 16 off 35. It's surprising to me.
My only other highlight for a game is these 3 players that scored the runs for South Africa. GSN 144, Hendricks, Van der Dusen, and Mark Crow. 3 classical batsmen. No bashers, no swipers, just batsmanship.
Nero the cricket
just batsmanship.
Batsmanship.
And it's fair. And one of West Indies' weaknesses too is West Indies like to put in the team, set the bat early, and if they get chase 130, the chase 130 and popular. But when West Indies has to set a total, like I was saying in these series, Pollard was studying many series, putting in the teams in the Caribbean and many series. When you go look ahead, you go look at 5 months. I going to set and look at the bat first in this series, look, so we can set some totals and get those setting totals. You understand? If West Indies gonna bat here against Bangladesh on Friday, first, just a lot of mercy. Just a lot of mercy. I didn't say the third. If West Indies got to set a total to get Bangladesh, it's trouble. It is trouble. Because they make up some quality spinners there. If they come back Mahidi, if they come back Ali, I know what they're gonna do with Mahidi and them boys. You understand? And then there's more pressure because you're already 2 games down. So this is basically a must-win game. Yeah. So if West Indies ever wake up at 6 o'clock on Friday, and West Indies are batting, that's all she wrote. That is all she wrote.
Yeah.
That is all she wrote. And then hard luck to Betty. Yeah. I thought this would have been a coming up party for Betty at the World Cup, but it wasn't meant to be. I know Jason Holder is in belatedly, and I reckon he can go straight into his squad now.
You reckon he can have a go?
He can go straight into his squad.
Yeah, he around Paul. Yeah. And another thing too, before we move, I remember this round. Round Paul, Jay. I remember round Paul played World Cup when he was, fit or whatever. Jay's round Paul was only good for 2 overs, You can't bowl it right out. and you can't bring it back into that because he's always get licks. It's always, and you could go back and check and see, and it still happen. Pollard ball around Paul the other day too. Top, yeah, boom, bring it back. He bought 3 for 35. But man can beat that. Man can beat just cricket going. Man got slow balls on the back of the hand. Man got slow balls. Like it's just difference. There's just a difference in the cricket. And to show you how embarrassed Pollard was, he was so sharp of a bowler that he had to bowl himself. Yeah. You understand? Now that's when it comes down to proper team selection. You select a team, you banking on this ball. You know you don't got a team of fit man. But let me move, man. Before you get ahead again. Yeah. Let me move.
Clint, you have anything to add on the second game against South Africa?
Just more the same. Just more the same from the first game. Obviously, we put a better showing with the back. Could not get any worse. But you get a lot of runs short there. I didn't even know how many runs short. South Africa just close to that total. It was a Sunday morning show.
Correct.
So I mean, it's not a whole lot to really add to that performance. Once again, behind field, and there's little to no hope of us getting it right. Looking forward, is obviously Rawson will play. The question now is who will get dropped. Hopefully, the management team is bold enough. But that's the easiest man to drop. But hopefully, I mean, they got to make tough decisions. That's what being a coach at that level is about.
That's what hurt me. That's what hurt me. That's what first say the boy confused, right? At the same time, you mix youth for experience. A young player like that, man, with all that talent, you dropping him because you don't want to drop certain people.
You dropping him because you don't work hard enough. That way,
my concern with Hatmar being the man dropped, right, is that Rawson then bats 4. And I know that some people may say he buy 4 for suits, but number 4 batter for West Indies
is the cowboy.
No, for so far for this tournament is coming in. Maybe 10, 11 overs. Yeah, 10, 11 overs. I'm not necessarily that he's in a great position, but we messed about in the power play. So I say Ralston today coming out forward in this setup, I don't think it's ideal. I think that if he plays, his best position is about at 3. So you either make the decision that is Gill that you're dropping, or that is Leonard Simmons that you're gonna drop, and let Gill go.
As my man Reedy say.
But that's the tough decision.
Landell is Phil's nephew, and he can play. So that means it's only one thing that can happen there.
I can't see the dropping first Gill. Not in this third game.
That was actually going to be my next question.
Leonard Simmons has to really big.
Who the guys think? What the guys think the final 11
for me?
What we think, or what we want, or what we think? Which one?
What you think the final 11? Who you think is going to be final 11 playing?
I think they're gonna drop Hatmar.
Hatmar
gonna get dropped, and Hatmar gonna get Roster will come in, and Jason Holder gonna come in for
Brown.
They're playing Bangladesh.
Did Obed last game?
No, now Obed play
first game.
But baby, the raw pause. I know this is Santa forgetting. We get Skittle for 55, and the next game we drop Obed. We drop a bowler for a ball.
He was probably injured. That only explanation.
Before that, Nero Hayden probably will miss his name then.
Yeah, they're gonna miss his name for GSM probably.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the 2 changes.
They're gonna start Ralston in Spain and Hussein.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Jason, Ron Paul, Bravo, and Pollard. Yeah.
Okay.
So Jason for Hayden and Ralston for Hatman. Probably what they're gonna do. They ain't gonna drop Gill. Well, they shut these top scoring one again.
I don't think so neither.
Can't drop Gilly, man.
I would love it to drop me.
To be honest, though, I think one of the top 3 should go. in terms of really making the balance of that side what it's supposed to be. That's just me. So yeah, Hetmer has been underperforming, and you could make arguments where he should be dropped.
He do a
But
lot
just in
forces in
terms of
field
the
too. He do a lot of nonsense in field too.
He's got some brilliant catches.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of nonsense in field, and it's be like you make yourself so easy. You don't know the man don't fancy you, brother. You can't make it so easy. You understand?
My thing is that I don't think them is that I think we destroy Hetman ability. I don't make it say man. I don't think that this give him a fair break one, and they don't give him a clear defined role in the team. I saw somebody go get. I saw somebody go get dropped. I saw he come in.
All right, go on.
He's
Finish
gonna
first.
He's going to get dropped. Come on,
no, he should do. But he's saying that play cricket, right? I say he like cricket. He's a cricketer. Who think he will roll to play?
But he this.
He's a batsman.
He's a batsman. One minute. He batting up 3. Next minute 4. Then because the thing when I put this batsman before he.
Right now, what's happening to Carlos? You didn't say nothing. You did still murdering Carlos.
All right.
Gospel there, Jeff.
But it was who tell Rostam role to play?
Rostam had a different role.
Rostam play the same. Rostam play cricket. You understand? So this thing about your God, Hetman is of age now, and I think that's the problem with the people, the Caribbean people, is that people are tired of Hetman making the same amateur or rookie mistakes when he is 4 to 5 years in. You understand? It's like for example, South Africa looks at Rabada. It might not be that much, but South Africa look at Rabada. It got to be about that because
COVID is 2 years, boy. So it got to be about that.
Can be about that. But
COVID is 2 years, brother.
Rabada come out the World Cup, JS. You understand? Show his potential and develop. South Africa don't look at Rabada as a finisher man to get wicked. You don't got to tell he rule. Come up the age, come up the man. And that is what the people want from Hetman.
But Fed, you know what the funny thing, and I'm making the excuses. Thinking about correct, right? Hetman was good for me before these come back in, you know. Before all them get the welcome back to come back inside. Let me check it, Clint. If you understand with me. When we India, the baby right now to play India, Hetman was the only body scoring runs down there. Hetman was Hetman scoring runs.
Maybe she has 400s or not now?
400, boss.
He got me a video.
No, hold on.
I just making sure.
Hold on. I am dealing with the open. I dealing with the middle order as in the middle order position.
We will see what my score.
You may say where my runs, but
he had more runs than Sheho in series.
By one?
You just come and argue.
No.
But anyway, let me continue.
I'm be wrong.
Hassan, no, seriously.
Don't forget that.
Point taken.
And the minute these men come back in the team, cause remember at that point we was going one direction. Cause we was of the opinion that we done with the man and we moving forward. You know, so we was taking the legs and we wasn't happy. But I believe had we keep that core, them guys together, that young team would have been mature enough to handle this World Cup. Would have been in a better position to handle this World Cup. No.
Who was in that tour? Who was not in that tour?
We ain't got a T20 cricketer.
Who was not in the tour? We talking about that in this World Cup team?
I know.
Probably Brandon King, and then.
Yeah. You see. We got, but
Hassan, back to Hetman thing, right? Point taken about Hetman. Honestly, Hetman has batted in a number of positions, 3, 4, 5, and that could be a bit upsetting. So point taken there. But like Fred said as well too, it's cricket that you're playing. He's been around long enough. He's playing cricket all over the world as well too. I think that players have to develop situation. Well, it shouldn't at that stage. It shouldn't be no developing situational awareness. but it goes back to a deeper issue. Like I started short by saying a lot of these things are really deeper issues at our territorial level, at junior level. We don't do enough tactical work. We don't do enough situational awareness. So guys basically play in one mode, and you look at a man like Mike Hussey. Mike Hussey, Mr. Cricket. Mike Hussey, you could put Hussey to bat anywhere in Australia team from 1 to 6. Open the batting, he bat 3, bat 4, bat 5, bat 6, and you get the same kind of output. And real quality players, you're gonna get that from them. Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma is a man that bat anywhere, score runs. KL Rahul showed that there the other day. KL Rahul is a middle order batter, go on open the batting for India there in Test cricket, runs. So
thank you.
Clint, you're always when you round people that is motivate you and lift you. Once you got a group of friends, you can
make a position your own. You can make a position your own. Give the man long enough. He will have been playing long enough that he could have made a position his own.
Hold on. He called Mike Hussey and he called KL. When you round a group of people, it means surround yourself with people that want to do better and want to elevate themselves to a certain level. It can lift you standard. You see, you come into work and they see the fellas here working hard. Well, you want to come in with that same zest to work hard and get myself up there. Like, but if you come in and see a man on the sideline like that, brunch, taking the cricket lots of days ago, like it's a walking park, doing songs, recording. He's the only boy recording songs in the cricket tournament. It can affect you. It can obviously that pull you down.
But I don't believe
I believe it is real hard. It is real hard to go in that West Indies camp with a strong mentality and be a shining light above Packer Jackass.
Hassani, if you are working, you are going to work, Hassani. At the end of the day, yes, point taken about what we said earlier, but you are going to work, Hassani. You are going to do a job. You are going to do what you are being paid for every month, every week, whatever the case may be. You understand? You know, at the end of the day, there's something called an appraisal. So because you go in there and you see John doing this or Ting doing this, and you know within yourself that is nonsense. I mean, come on, like you are mature. You should be mature enough at this stage. I ain't want to hear about what Gail doing and again follow Gail. Like you play cricket all over the world. You're a professional cricketer. You are professional cricketer.
Good. But it's still human. It's human. Nero, use working the banking sector, right? We've all dealt with that one core worker that don't care how much a good it just pulls on the whole morality team. Man, they tend to come in.
You've seen Mbappe goes to practice and see Messi sitting on drinking Gatorade. He could sit down and drink Gatorade. No.
Why not?
He know he gonna work. Cause Messi go
at this stage.
Wait a minute. I got that. Let me bring all this analogy and let's everybody. We take Mbappe from PSG now and drop him in United team tomorrow.
We are not Mbappe is not
Mbappe playing at PSG and you drop him in
United. Messi.
In that thing you can hear or shoot.
He does not have the status of Messi. It's the same thing. Hetman does not have the status of Chris Gayle. He does not have the status of Bravo. He does not have the status of Pollard. So therefore, he cannot come in and just, I know, listen to you. Now you can let me talk.
You think Pollard can do anything in India that Kohli can do? That's life, brother. You can't
missing the point. About doing what Kohli is doing.
There's no point.
But if you come into an organization and see everybody pulling in one direction with the same mandate and the same goals and objectives. You get pulled together.
Hassani, I understand what you're saying, right? However, at international level, you are responsible for your own game. There's no longer junior cricket or anything like that. So you're responsible.
In how you say things, That's why these fellas is listening. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't telling him the same thing there, and he don't want to listen. But he can listen to you.
No, seriously, you're responsible for your own game because when you don't perform, right? When you don't perform, then you're gonna get dropped. There's nobody to look around to. You're gonna get dropped.
You can't call on nobody.
And the thing is, right? And the thing is about these guys that play franchise cricket. You go to the IPL and you get to rub shoulders with Ken Williamson, with Steve Smith, with Virat Kohli. So you get to see what the best in the world are doing. The onus is on you. So then you say, you know what? This what you need to be doing to be at this level. So to be honest, there are no excuses.
You are at that level. So you're saying you're not only playing cricket. You're a professional cricketer. You are not only playing cricket in a West Indies setup. You are playing cricket in a setup where you are saying
professional.
You are rubbing shoulders and playing cricket amongst the best of the best. You understand? The onus is on you, Hassani Evening, to say, well, I want to be like these guys. I want to get traits from these guys. Or I want to get traits from the West Indies. You understand? So,
that was so poor,
you may have some points or whatever, but the onus is on you to see
who
you want emulate as a professional cricketer.
Just that your parents send you to school, and you know Nero the class clown, right? But you got a guy like Clint and Reed in the class that are scholars that are on track to get a scholarship. But you gonna come home and tell me you pull him in Nero because I was sliding on your head. I was beating because it made sense. So don't use that as he's seeing this body and he's seeing that body. You're a professional sport, brother.
Professional sports. You go on money. You own.
You telling me? Nah, he got to take care of himself. So
I understand the up and down. Just on a tactical note, right? Because we kind of stray a little bit from the cricketing side of things. On a tactical note, especially batting in the middle order, right? Cricket is about many scenarios. Every game not going to be the same. There can be some games that if you, especially batting 3 or 4, some games you may go out come and consolidate. Some days you may go out come in and put your foot on the accelerator from very early. So cricket is about many scenarios, and so yes. He might have had a particular role at Delhi. However, that role is fluid. As far as I'm concerned, that role is fluid. You understand? Depending on what's happening in the game. So you have to have enough tactical awareness to get through whatever scenario is presented in front of you, because every day is not the same. Today you may come to bat. Today you may come to bat in the power play, and the team is 2 wickets down, and you may go out hanging a little bit. Tomorrow you may come and bat and 12 overs gone and your team off to a flyer, and you need to keep the momentum up. So it really and truly changes, and regardless of what quote unquote role you have, you still have to show some sort of tactical awareness when it comes to bat, especially in the middle order.
One of the things that I dispute, Clint, one of the things that I dispute, but we know for sure. Normally, like Steve Smith gave press conference and said that his role at the World Cup, they already had, and his role at World Cup is floating. So they already waited to work. If Warner and Finch get a man off the belter, he can drop down the order. After lost wickets, his job is to go there and just consolidate the innings and hold the end. I believe Hetmeyer is not given a clear role, which shows that if the head bad, the body don't care how good a mentality you got, and you get around people that you can get put, and then you can become a scapegoat. If they tell Hetmeyer, all right, you roll is the bat 4, we want you to rotate straight, but then you got a man like other end that ain't want to run, that can't run too. What's that gonna do? But if you got a man other end,
a man like who?
Clint, you got hold on.
A man like I want clarity.
All right, he batted for whoever ahead or below. The men don't run.
Pollard is run well. Evan Lewis is run well.
Yes.
Who you mean?
Lander.
Who you mean?
Christopher Henry there. Let me call him.
Wait,
So Clint, you really truly put yourself on the pressure as is, because the extra runs that you could take, you go, and then not only that, the batsmen in total, everybody looking for a six every ball, and if it's a six, it's a dot ball. So I believe that if was clear and defined rules were made, all right, Hetman, we gonna need you to anchor this batting and
yo, ain't got nothing to do with rules though. You see what the man is, yo.
Miss yo, because
Ain't got
ball,
nothing to do with rules, you know.
and they get caught and slam the back and he pads and all kind of foolishness.
I don't understand how you telling me about rules. The man get caught and ball, hit the ball to mid on, hit the ball to one feet in the deep. There's no rule play in that.
All the favorites do that too. I come on smiling.
See that when you got you
I
point, use
want
that, use switch straight to another player now.
Yeah, all the time.
Is this ball? We dealing with Hetman.
Yeah,
We ain't dealing with the ball, yo.
All we gotta do is keep making it the fellow with the sacrificial lamb. That's all.
All right, fellas. I want to hear how the guys think.
Wait, sacrificial, but this thing months.
Wait, for this.
You can't drop Iman nephew. You think Iman can drop your nephew?
All right, hey, hold there, Sonny. I want to hear what the guys think. How the guys think the remainder who was gonna go for 10 to the West Indies.
How it started and
Dead
finish.
Jays, what tell you so? I ain't matter how they go now. They dead. Jays, they can't take. They cannot take. They coming out to run rate and then things now. We ain't good at that. Jays, we lost again by that worthless by one ball. At the rear fall in that spot. It can't work, Jays. We dead.
I gonna let's see when they won the game. And that is the ball at Sri Lanka first. If Sri Lanka ball at the first.
And you know what's the funny thing? Sri Lanka.
Disrespectful. You know that. I would have tell you so. I would have tell you, Nero, you disrespectful. You dissing me. But you see these things that they man doing, Nero. I can't fight.
But you know what's the beauty?
It's possible.
Clint,
the way how we play, I think is I would not be surprised if we won one maybe 2 games. But the conditions definitely gotta be right. If we face with any kind of conditions that we had in these first 2 games, we dead in the water. But you're liable to bat a team on the off day at some point, 1 or 2, because that's the thing. You just say Evan Lewis,
correct,
probably to play a blinder, because it can happen. T20 cricket is like that. You don't need performances from 7 men. 2 men with special performances could win again. Evan Lewis has shown that before. Pollard obviously has the ability to with enough time to hurt certain teams if the tactics off.
From Mumbai Indians.
So yeah, so it's very possible that we could win 2 games, but I think it's going to be very difficult for us to win 3, and beating Australia gonna be
last game too.
A mountain to climb. Is the last game? Yeah, that's a last game. That's a mountain to climb.
But ain't only that. We're not talking beating. We got a minus either 4 or 3. You know how hard, Clint. In terms of calculus, you know how hard.
But we got focus on winning games first.
We got win first.
You got win.
But Clint, it go hand in hand. Cause if we win all the games and results may hold the man, and it comes on to run, we got not only win, but we got beat teams bad. Cause we in a hole.
You gotta win first.
Yes.
Then the games first. Trying to take the cricket, somebody in there get aneurysm. Somebody in a burst of
and it's still early. It's still early as it relates to net run rate. Net run rate gonna change quite a bit. So yes, you want to win handsomely, and you wanna when you're in a winning position, you probably want to obviously capitalize on that. But going into games, telling yourself, listen, I got to score, like you say, I got to score 200, you could easy crash land at 80.
All right, then.
Easy. So focus just game by game, situation by situation. And going into the last game, obviously you can try to win the games as convincingly as you can. But going into the last game, you can probably then peep at that. But being too preoccupied with net run rate after two
This
games
one.
could be our downfall.
And not
Going
only
forward. So
that,
win the
you
three
know,
games, and that's the best and that's the best
Really
start.
3 games and get point playing the county Caribbean. That would do.
wait, listen. Not only that, the same Sri Lanka that we beat down here. If you look at that Sri Lanka side, that is a totally different Sri Lanka
But
side.
how the Sri Lanka
Now,
going to really work out? We
I
can beat
know.
bad teams and you talk about but Sri Lanka. If you get carried away, you know. That's what you always be. You
Wait,
get carried
wait,
away.
wait, wait.
The Sri Lanka team is a
Listen,
totally different side, yeah.
Clint, when it
But they don't
comes
have
to
the
these
world leaders.
T20, when it comes to these T20 tournaments, Sri Lanka is one of the teams that is turning out here.
With
We
Kumar
Them is
and
milk.
Malinga
wait,
and
so
then
wait,
limited.
so
They
wait.
got
In
me milk.
between 2012, we beat them in final, right?
Who
And the
was
20,
there?
But who
just
was
hold
there?
Kumar
on.
and John Ward and Amalinga.
Diesel.
Kumar Sangakkar.
In the
Mahela
2014, in the
Warner.
2014, when the win it, who was there?
Man, this man here.
Yeah.
You watch the
What we
international
call
run, man.
what we call it? State trainers again?
But you understand? When they got the road, I had a kid
And,
who got to
the
work.
man that
You
just
watch
scored.
the arguing point,
Huh?
and the
Dilshan. And you had Dilshan too?
Wait,
And
wait.
the road,
Yes,
they had a
and the
kid
win
the
with
other day
them.
with the World Cup.
What
The Sri
happened?
Lanka winning it.
Clint,
And
and what
Kumar
happened?
Sangakkar celebrating.
And the win
What
Wow.
do you, brother?
Clint, the win and the win on the high, right? When you get to that level, you go on the high. Succession planning, and we laugh at you, but the
What's that?
side looks
Sri
different.
Lanka
Sri Lanka,
don't play qualifiers. You on hardcore drugs tonight.
wait. Fed,
last season only
and
launched and they said last season.
we only play the qualifiers is because we defending champions and the
Okay.
rugby guys
But
and
we
the
ain't got
rugby
no
guys.
succession planning either. So you strengthening my point, Mr. Speaker.
I understand me,
Mr.
guys.
Speaker, sir, is strengthening my point.
Sri Lanka bad. Sri Lanka
Sri
side
Lanka
look
ain't
better
gonna
than
succession planning. What's succession planning? They go where
all right.
I know how to play
All right.
qualifiers.
The man play
Hey,
qualifiers
joking.
and they won their opening game. I want you to know they won. A win is a win is a win is a win.
Really,
And
really,
they-
you straight up.
I would ask you really how you think the rest of the tournament gonna go, but I think you know. I think you know what you say really.
You know that should blow up in your hand, you know.
If the man won the lucky, Jeff.
That's the way one lucky.
And every so that means every so the man can win one or whenever really will say man can win all three.
I hurt, man. Whatever to do, Jess. But I hurt.
Yeah.
I hurt, man. Right now, they gonna come back and I want a staycation. I want a trip to Maldives. I want. They gonna do a lot, Jess. But I hurt, man. It real hurt.
Australia, Sri Lanka tomorrow.
We had a competition running on. I think it's still. Yeah, we had it. Yeah. On Instagram.
It's still running.
Yeah, still running. Where we had some viewers who could basically predict how they think the tournament is gonna go. And I think Hassani has some.
We got the entries. So they might be listening tonight. So tune in. We got for those who weren't able to beat the IG, we did a predictor for the T20 World Cup, and the winner, or if it's a tie, they will both have a chance to come on the show and debate the guys momentarily in the coming weeks. So this is one of the entries. Akeem McCullen at youngboy_Akeem. His group was Group 1, and he probably gonna be out the race early. He has West Indies and Australia. his Group 2 is Pakistan and India. Question marks there again. In the semis, he has West Indies and Pakistan, India versus Australia, West Indies versus India, and West Indies to be the champions. Julian Cattle has England.
He go for sure, Nero boy.
Yeah, he go.
Dave.
Julian has England, Australia, India, and New Zealand. Wow, interesting. He has an England versus India semi-final, New Zealand versus Australia, England versus New Zealand in the final, and a winner, New Zealand. He said his reason is to follow New Zealand's World Test Championship win.
He up to.
He ought to eliminate
Well,
him.
well, true, because neither India or New Zealand have been again yet. So he got a point there. He got a point there. Frankie has Australia, England, India, New Zealand. Australia versus India in the final, and India to win the tournament. Marissa Chandler, who's the avid West Indian, she has England, West Indies, and India, Pakistan. Semifinals is India. Semifinal winners, she has India and Pakistan, with India winning the overall tournament. Jaden has England, Australia, India, and Pakistan. Semifinals is in England. Semifinal winners are England and India. The tournament winner is England. It's coming home. It's coming home. And then Mr. Jalen has West Indies and England as group winners. India and Pakistan. West Indies versus Pakistan is semifinal. India versus England is semifinal. West Indies versus India and West Indies.
You call West Indies? You gonna call it a little more, brother?
Yeah, one of the West Indies did that.
So, well, but you never know how you turn it. This, you never know. So he might lose. He might lose on one. He might lose on one and win on the rest. So yeah, you never know how it goes. But I know the people that got West Indies to win. In the back race now. Back.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how that goes. We'll definitely be paying attention to that Instagram post. But well, any closing remarks from the guys before we close off?
I want to play some more game.
Watch Pakistan.
Watch Pakistan.
Watch Pakistan.
We said that from the beginning. We said that from the beginning. I don't.
What lot people say?
I don't. It's hard to win a tournament with two best players opening.
Clint is.
But it's hard. I've seen it before.
What Pakistan has showed you.
You can't need them. They make a score, and then in the order they scores early. I see Indian enough. I see a lot.
Pakistan has showed us that a 40-year-old man supposed to play the cricket.
All right.
I went against
the Lord.
I thought it was said before.
But Clint, Boy was sick. Rohit Sharma. Man said Rohit Sharma tour and recover yet, man.
I can't remember.
Nah,
the man got up on the tour.
It's got till that man hit on the big tour, right.
You gonna watch the cricket, Sonny?
Man, talk about Rohit. Rohit get LBW. Man get hit pirate ball.
All right.
But
yeah.
Once again, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. To it's always a pleasure to hear your views, and we really appreciate you taking time to join us once again.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
anytime, Clint, man. Anytime.
Yes.
So Clint, you still on all it out? They ask if you still on all it out?
Yeah. Right before the international break. Right before
58 minutes ago, record this, bud.
You're right. I think your guy Kaz would be very alarmed at that comment from Mr. St. Hill there.
I can't record our part there. A minute and 58.
But it's amazing how Clint to believe in all that and talk about teams. We ain't got no tactics, but it's back of man that don't got no tactics, neither that don't got no plan B.
Guys, it's not.
That's just how you start your press conference.
And they don't want to get into it. It's not about it. I back any United manager. Yeah, anybody does a job, I support. Yeah, so I'm not saying that the man is the greatest tactician in the world or anything like that. However, at the time, that's what was available. Yeah, but no, that time is that. Sometimes everybody has a ceiling, so he's not taking us as far as he can. Did a good job. But there's no time to move on. They should have
had how to do Gus Hiddink or Big Sam and the one go to relegation and keep the any season and then get a new manager. But okay.
Once again, we just want to thank all the viewers for continuing to tune in every week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe whenever you do watch this video. Thanks again, everyone, and have a good night.
Peace.